they're saying, they're referring to me as a king. I'm not a king.
Right.
If President Trump was a king, they would not have been able to engage in that free speech exercise.
The same group who doesn't understand the meaning of fascism and who also can't define what a woman is doesn't understand what a king is.
The Democrats are kamikazes right now.
The fire. Some news organizations are calling it a death spiral has been triggered. It's happening in the banking system. You got auto loans. You got JP Morgan, right? Jamie Dimon is saying there's all these cockroaches. He didn't say there's no money. I'll say there's no money. There's no money in the banking system, and it's all being uncovered. And we got no kings. JD Vance just posted this. This is funny. Okay, hold on. The Vice President of the United States just posted this, I guess maybe to trigger a few liberals, or maybe a lot of liberals, maybe all of them. Posted that on Blue Sky, right? The whole king thing. Oh, talking about a king thing. You know the crown jewels? This is at the Louvre. Well, scratch that. It's no longer at the Louvre. A few people walked in broad daylight and stole it. For those of you that are wondering, how much is that worth? Well, Mr. King, maybe they got it for Trump. It's incalculable. That happened in Paris on Saturday morning, right? The cops. Good job, you guys. And that was actually the Emperor Napoleon wore that. So guess who's going to wear it next? It took the thieves just a few minutes. I think 7. That's it. They took an elevator. They walked away with 9 items. Why did they leave the 140-carat diamond? I don't know. Ask Kitty. But while the world burns and I have to sift through so much propaganda, I lied to you yesterday. I'll get to that. I mean, not intentionally. I would never intentionally lie to you. You're not my wife. Empty shelves, higher prices. Americans tell this is the Trump's tariff. So you guys notice that the empty shelves, probably a really poor image, Whole Foods. Pretty much seeing a completely stocked. Can someone over there, I'm sure you can Google it, The Guardian, which gives you the whole picture. I guess when I report on these things, I should just look at who the author. Sharia? Poppet? I'm going to go swings a little left, but maybe not looking at his X page. I do not see him, he, was, that. Let me help you with the image of empty shelves. There we go. So this is what I need to apologize for yesterday. I'm like, wow, Boston, you guys really showed up. That was video from 2017.
Look at this. Millions of people across the country marching as we speak against the policies of President Trump. This is Boston. Look at that. We'll continue to follow these rallies.
Yeah, that's Boston, like a decade ago. Oh, and if you thought Boston, there was a lot of people, you should have seen what took place in New York. That was pretty amazing. Congratulations, New York. You really pulled it off. It looks like you took your shirts off too. And really hot in mid-October in New York. 69, not too hot. Scratch that. 69's hot. Also, breaking news. You can catch these protesters. I was thinking I was just going to go down and just interview, but we knew it would be just a big flustercluck. Oh, I don't know why we're here. We're just all here. This woman is mocking Charlie Kirk. Yeah. When I first saw it, I'm like, she's obvious. She looks like a teacher to me. I'm just saying. If you're a teacher, my apologies. I used to work with them, so I could spot them 12 miles away. She is. She's a teacher from Chicago School. I think just a few miles away from that. So sorry about your job. So for those of you parents that are like, you know what, should we homeschool? The answer is yes. Oh, your kids are going to be kind of a little weird. They'll be like Elon, like hopping around on stage and stuff. They don't really fit in, but yes. So like what I was saying, when you interview these people, listen to this.
Because people on the other side are going to say that they feel like the Democrat Party has been mean. Recently, with Charlie Kirk being assassinated,
He's a piece of garbage. Of course we were mean. I am so tired of people saying, oh, but, it's a terrible thing. No, Hitler is dead. I'm glad Hitler's dead. Evil people have no place in my world. He was a hateful human being. It was disgusting, the things that he said and did. I don't have time for that. I'm sorry. I have to point my energy in other directions.
Oh, and her sign says scream. Also, can I just ask, How'd that all work out? You guys were you able to accomplish what you needed to accomplish? You got that king out. You get Trump out, put Nancy in. Look at that, ripping that. Wow, that crown of jewels. Look at the strength of that 105-year-old stock trader. You guys do understand the people that really want to be kings? The Chuck Schumers, the Bernie Sanders, how about New York? They are going to rule over you with an iron fist. And Ronald Reagan said it best. If fascism ever comes to America, it will come in the name of liberalism. Guarantee you, this guy does not want to be king. The only thing that he is king of is FAFO. These guys will tell you one thing, do the other. These are your kings and queens. Just stacking the cash. Also, in regards to money, like sound money, and it even kind of sounds like money. Do you guys know it was Thursday or Friday? You got the paper market, COMEX, silver market traded almost 1 billion paper to push the price 2% or $2. Sorry. And I think the whole world you're kind of running out of the real stuff. And yes, I do trade this futures market. Still holding that 25% bag. That is how you're able to move the price on this stuff. It's like, yeah, let's put in $1 billion short position in the futures market. Wait until it stops working. Also, if you thought things were expensive before, I mean, if you price things in gold and silver, definitely gold. Look at this. The amount of hours you have to work just to buy 1 ounce of gold. But it is just crazy seeing New York up in arms, no kings, and then you guys elect a king. My big question with all of this, we're coming to an end. Like, the game's up. Here's 08 all over again. You got the banks in $3 trillion worth of trouble. The Fed's in trouble. Have you seen their balance sheet lately? Or how about the bank's balance sheet? All upside down, like to the greatest degree since forever. It's like, which one's going to pop the bubble? Is it going to be the fifth auto loan crisis? Will it be that? Will it be because the delinquencies surged 50%? Would it be because the car market used to look like this? This is AutoNation. Look at this. Now it looks like that. And it's going to keep going. I don't see like, oh, and then we just came out of this recession that we're not even in. When this stock market, I mean, it's turned, but you haven't seen anything yet. The retail needs to get freaked out. They're still dumping. That was Friday, $2 billion. Go long. This article says the biggest buying day since who knows, one of the largest on record. I don't know. I don't understand. You guys aren't traders. Well, not you, but people that are just like, yeah, buy the dip at the most top ever. My question is, what happens when it all pops? What will it look like? How about jobs? Jobs are already chart after chart after chart. They all look like this. And everything is rolling. This was 2021. See, and we keep going. Now we are witnessing the popping. And mom and poppy are still going all in. And I get it if you have insider trading. These guys, on average, $52 million. Not bad with a government job, not king or queen. But it's like there are so many things. Like a month after bankruptcy, subprime, we got Tricolor, you got First Brands, you got Zions, Western Alliance, commercial real estate, the broader credit markets. Everyone's maxed. Now everyone's losing their job, but this is going to end okay. Oh, and you want to see why markets go up? It's all margin. Look at this. U.S. margin debt climbs to my hair. Just know it's right here. 1.13 trillion in September. How did margin do in crypto? You were liquidated. And just in case you wanted to know, whenever you see this, where everyone goes margin, maybe they made a bad call. They're like, that's okay. Margin will fix it. This repeats 2000.com bubble. This repeats the GFC. That was 08. Repeats the 18 Fed-driven sell-off and the 2022 bear market. And right now, the people that are propping this market up are right here. America's wealthiest. Everyone else, tighten the belt. This is when I'm trying to get you to the 1%. Oh, and talking about percent, you guys see in a strong economy, almost 40% of home builders cutting is my mic on? Cutting prices? And you missed it by 1%. Offer incentives like buy one house, get one house for free. American Express is jazzed about this. Wealthy millennial Gen Z Platinum members. I have American Express to record revenue. Very comfortable paying for its exceptional value, you guys. Just put it on the card. While I am seeing story after story like this, it just came out. Will regional banks trigger a credit event for the financial system? Now, my answer is I don't know. I'm actually just sitting here waiting for futures market to open. Oh, also, if you want to trade the housing market, HGX, this is a good one. That was a great swing up. This is what I do every day. So on this one, you had the swing down, right? You had a little fake right here. Sometimes that happens. Wait for the second one. Get ready on that big igniting candle right there. Woo! All the way up. So I was showing you this on the NASDAQ because I trade NASDAQ futures. A 1% move is about $25,000. I can almost guarantee you that this is going to come down. How do I know that? Do you see? You have a negative divergence there. You have a purple. Absolutely love runs like that. And then I love runs going the other way. Basically, just to answer your question, yes, I love runs. Now, what I would have really liked to see if you got into my Bravo zone, just get in there. So maybe it'll run a little bit more, but then the pullback's going to be sweet. Trading futures on Friday, again, a lot of times I don't even know if the market's up or down because I'm trading up and down. But on this trade, I actually put this one in the course. If you were to enter that igniting, see that big, it would normally be green. From that run all the way to where it's one candle close below the Bravo 9, you walk away with $3,410, getting ready for it to go the other way. Also, if you want to learn how to do it, I have a course on it. I teach you everything from start to finish. You could be as dumb as me. And it also gives you the opportunity to do the AI thing where you click it and forget it. I think this week we should be allowing in a lot more people. But this is currently $299 going to $399. Hopefully, yeah, soon. It's not that bad. At least you don't live in New York. Oh, you do? I am so excited for this guy to get elected. Zolaron, the New York Post, look at this. Said, this is what he said. Zolaron says NYPD shouldn't respond to domestic violence calls in resurfaced podcast interview. You know what? This is Sharia law. Also, before I forget, if your team did not play well, if it was like the Raiders, got literally smoked by Kansas City Chiefs with 3-3. But if you're like, I don't know what to do with my life after the game, come trade with me. Also, if you would like, because it's the end of the video and might as well throw a sale in now, you want to learn how to trade futures, I will do it for $199. You're the only person that's going to see it. My pinky promise, it is fun, changing your heart races. And with that, I love you. I will see you tomorrow.